Closed captioning for CBS 2 News in high definition is brought to you by Toyota. You're watching CBS 2 News this morning in high definition.
This inauguration is not the end, it's the beginning.
The dawn of a new era in American history. President Barack Obama prepares to hit the ground running following a late night of celebrations.
A seizure scare for Ted Kennedy. We've got the latest this morning for you on the senator's condition.
And is this car one of the ill-gotten gains of a transit supervisor's kickback scheme? Reports of using kickbacks to fund shopping sprees. That story is just one of the stories we're covering for you on this Wednesday morning. Good morning. I'm Kate Sullivan.
Great to have you with us. I'm Maurice Dubois. Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday. It's January 21st. And as you would imagine, the front of the papers, it's all about the inauguration. And there's the march down Pennsylvania Avenue with the Obamas on the front of the Times.
And President Barack Obama says it all.
Yep, these are collector's items
yes.
this morning. We'll have everything you need to know this morning coming up in just a bit. But first, John is off, Megan is in, and we've got 18 degrees to greet you. Good morning.
Yeah, it is chilly this morning. Good morning to both of you, Kate and Maurice. We have temperatures that are in the teens most places, but it dips as low as 12 in White Plains, 16 in Middletown, 16 in Dover. We're talking about temperatures, though, that feel even cooler because you have to add to this the wind that we have out there. Makes it feel like just 7 in the city, 17 in Long Branch, 4 in Middletown and in White Plains, just 3 in Greenwich. And it does feel a little bit milder in the Hamptons, but today is definitely going to be one of those cool days. Take a look at the tri-state forecast for today. Morning rush, 19 degrees, cold and sunny, but in the afternoon we'll get up into the 20s. We'll struggle to do so, but there is a warm-up coming soon. Kate, Maurice.
All right, thank you, Megan.
We are turning our attention to traffic after a pretty light day. A lot of people took the day off to watch the inauguration. What about today? Let's ask Katie McGee. Hi, Katie.
Good morning, Kate. Good morning, Maurice. Unfortunately, a serious crash right now in Orange County. Heading onto the thruway, northbound all lanes closed just past exit 16. Medevac on the scene. Alternate side parking rules are suspended citywide. Maurice, back to you.
Katie, thanks. Top story of the morning after a day filled with history and a night filled of celebration. This morning it is off to work in the Oval Office for President Obama. The economy and Iraq expect to be top issues for him. Catherine Brown now live in Washington with the story. Good morning to you.
President Obama wrapped up his inauguration festivities in the early morning hours, but he didn't get much sleep. He's starting his first full day as president very early, and he has a full agenda plan, starting by tackling the crumbling economy and 2 wars. Now that the party's over, President Obama is getting down to business.
Then I am absolutely convinced that we've got better days ahead.
After attending a prayer service at the National Cathedral this morning, he'll huddle with economic advisors to tackle America's worst financial slump since the Great Depression. The president will then discuss the 2 wars overseas with top security aides. But one of Mr. Obama's first presidential acts came just hours after he took the oath of office in front of nearly 2 million people. He put the brakes on all pending regulations until his administration can review them, including war crime trials at Guantanamo Bay. The Senate isn't wasting any time either. Lawmakers quickly confirmed 6 members of Mr. Obama's cabinet on Tuesday, and today Hillary Clinton is expected to get the okay as the new Secretary of State. The president and first lady partied into the early morning hours at 10 inaugural balls. Mrs. Obama shimmered in a floor-length gown by 26-year-old designer Jason Wu. The celebration marked the end of a long day of inaugural festivities and the 2-year campaign that put them in the White House.
We're going to give them all the love and the support that we can from this day on.
With millions on his side, the president has pledged bold and swift action. But in order to grapple all of the nation's challenges, he says he'll need America's patience as well. Satellite pictures show the crowds that poured into Washington yesterday to witness President Obama's swearing-in ceremony swelled to more than 1 million people. Live in Washington, I'm Catherine Brown. Now back to you.
Catherine, President has a lot of business to deal with. You've got the Iraq, you've got the economy. What about the rest of the week?
Yeah, he has a very full agenda planned. As you mentioned, he is meeting with his security advisors today, members of his cabinet, to deal with some of the Middle East issues. He's also meeting with economic advisors to start working on the economy. And he's got really a full week planned. He will hit the ground running. He's pledged to do that. You've got this economic stimulus package that he's been working on, $800 billion plus. So he'll also be working on that. You can expect quite a bit of news to be coming out from his administration over the next week, and certainly this will be a very active first 100 days, as we always try to watch the first 100 days of every new president.
You bet. All right, Catherine Brown in Washington, thanks so much.
Fixing the nation's economy is at the top of President Obama's agenda, but this morning his work appears tougher than ever. As he took the oath of office, stocks were sinking, closing down another 4%. CBS 2's Jay Dow live on Wall Street with more on the challenges ahead. Jay, good morning.
Good morning to you, Kate. Yesterday's record inaugural day loss on Wall Street only underscores the monumental challenge facing the Obama administration. Investors' basic reaction: tough talk alone will not end this financial crisis.
Now let the hard work begin. It's doubtful President Barack Obama needs a reminder, but Wall Street gave him one anyway, posting its biggest inaugural day loss ever.
I guess it can only get better, right?
Yesterday's slide erased all of Wall Street's gains since January 1st. In fact, over the last 12 months, the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell by more than 33%, and stocks lost $10 trillion.
Our economy is badly weakened, a consequence of greed and irresponsibility on the part of some, but also our collective failure to make hard choices and prepare the nation for a new age.
And although it seems like the 44th president has nothing but hard choices ahead of him, this investor says she's willing to bankroll Mr. Obama with a credit line of patience.
He knows what he's about to do. It might take him a while because he inherited this mess, but I think with time he could do something.
Bank losses are still streaming in at a steady clip, and that has investors settling in with the troubling possibility that this financial crisis is far from over. We're live on Wall Street this morning. Jay Dow, CBS 2 News.
Thank you, Jay. Meantime, it was a warm welcome home for former President Bush and his wife, Laura. They returned to Texas immediately after the inauguration and were greeted by thousands of people in Midland, where Mr. Bush and the former First Lady both grew up.
We are back in the state of Texas, and we are here to stay.
The Bushes will spend time at their 1,600-acre ranch in Crawford before moving on to Dallas, where they've bought a brand new home.
Massachusetts Senator Ted Kennedy is expected to be released from a Washington, D.C. hospital this morning after suffering a seizure at a post-inaugural luncheon for President Obama. Kennedy was removed by stretcher from the event after a Capitol Hill police officer called for medical help. Doctors are blaming the episode on fatigue. The senator, who is battling brain cancer, appeared to be in good spirits at the start of yesterday's event.
And we want you to stay with CBS 2 for much more presidential coverage. Coming up a little bit later on, Dana Tyler's in Washington. She has a peek inside one of the inauguration balls. And for more, you can check out WCBSTV.com to watch the president's entire speech, the parade, and other moments that were not televised.
There are reports of a money scandal within the cash-strapped MTA this morning. According to the Daily News, a New York City transit supervisor is suspected of embezzling big bucks in a scheme involving phony bills and kickbacks. CBS 2's McGee Hickey live in the Flatlands section of Brooklyn with the story. McGee, good morning.
Good morning to you, Kate. 50-year-old Jacqueline Joy Jackson has reportedly been suspended from her job after a raid here at her home on East 46th Street in the Flatlands section. It was a raid yesterday, according to this morning's Daily News. The transit supervisor was allegedly living large with fur coats and flat-screen TVs after allegedly ripping off the MTA in a bogus billing and kickback scheme. The Brooklyn DA's office is reportedly investigating whether Jackson inflated the bills she submitted to a company called AJI Records Retrieval. The owner of that company, which got more than $1.5 million in business from the MTA over the last decade, is also under investigation. Now, according to this morning's Daily News, Jackson had flat-screen TVs in practically every room in her house, including the bathroom, and at least 5 fur coats, a Mercedes in the driveway, as well as a Lincoln Navigator. Her job pays $83,000 a year. The only comment from her lawyer in the paper this morning: time will prove her vindication. We're live in the Flatlands section of Brooklyn. McGee Hickey, CBS 2 News.
Thanks, McGee. Investigators searching for a missing engine from U.S. Airways Flight 1549 may be getting closer now. Officials say police boats near the crash site on the Hudson got a sonar reading yesterday on an object about the same size as a jet engine, but divers were unable to locate the engine. Dive teams are resuming the search of the water this morning.
And apparently apparently out-of-control party involving underage drinking has landed a Long Island mother on the wrong side of the law. Suffolk County police say they arrested 53-year-old Claire Good of West Islip after a teen was treated for alcohol poisoning Saturday night. She's charged with endangering the welfare of a minor and violating the county's social host law.
And the Jersey Turnpike is back to normal this morning after a bomb scare shut down 30 miles of the highway last night. Traffic was snarled for hours from Mount Laurel to the Delaware Memorial Bridge. Police had stopped a car in Woodbury Heights after a tip from federal authorities that the driver might have a bomb. It turned out to be a false alarm. All lanes did reopen at 10 p.m.
Time now 6:08. John Elliott has the day off. Megan Glaris in. What's going on?
Very cold day again, but we are waiting for a warm up, which is great news. I think for a lot of people to get in the 40s will be magnificent. That's what we're going to do on Friday. But today, still a very chilly day for the tri-state, no doubt about that. In fact, take a look at this. 18 in New York City right now, 15 in Babylon, 3 in Newburgh. That's it. 9 in Monticello and 14 for both Sparta and Edison. Belmar coming in at 16 degrees. And when you take into account the winds, it feels like just 6 in Babylon, 9 in the city, 3 in Newburgh and in Stamford, as well in the Hamptons, and 0 degrees even in Monticello. So it is a cold start, but a clear start. We don't have any cloud cover over our area right now, but we have some lurking just back to the west. That's going to move in a little bit later on today, but no precipitation to wait for anytime today or tomorrow. Just that lovely warm up that we anticipate seeing if you're traveling around the tri-state, though, today. You'll find 27 degrees in Bay Shore, 26 in the city, 23 in Montgomery, and everybody is in for a chill, but maybe you can put away a hat or two as we make our way into Friday.
On Friday.
Might not have to put 4 hats on.
That's right. Bring them back out on Saturday.
Exactly.
Thanks, Megan.
Yep.
Katie, how we doing?
Unfortunately, pretty serious accident still being worked on the thruway this morning. Hello again, everybody. Let's take you right back to the map and the thruway. We're northbound. All lanes remain closed down just past exit 16 in Harriman. There's an accident, serious injuries involved. Medevac has been called to the scene and is still there. So this is something to keep in mind. Southbound, expect some delays getting in through the area as well. And a tap of the brakes for us in New Jersey as well on Route 78, eastbound at exit 56 in Newark. That accident still being cleaned up. It is on the entrance ramp to the local lanes. Alternate side parking rules, they are suspended again citywide today, but you do have to pay the meter. Kate Maurice.
Thanks, Katie.
10 after 6 right now. Still had an unhappy inauguration day. Why hundreds of people were prevented from seeing the president's big moments.
Plus, dancing the night away. We'll take you inside some of the biggest inaugural balls.
Go to work, get through the day, and once you get home, it's time to give your routine a kick. Goya Adobo. Great on any meat. It's a wake-up call of flavor. If it's Goya, it has to be good.
You want to get your coffee from the place that knows coffee better than anyone else. At Dunkin' Donuts, you can do it. For over 50 years, we've kept America running with our dedication to serving the freshest cup of coffee. America runs on Dunkin'.
The government-mandated switch to digital broadcasting is coming February 17th. And that means if you get your TV signal through a TV antenna or apartment building antenna, your service could be interrupted.
Millions of Americans will lose their TV service February 17th. Don't be one of them.
Learn about a special low-cost program from Cablevision that will enable you to get IOTV, keep all your current channels, plus get a whole lot more.
Act now to learn about Cablevision's low-cost program. Call 1-866-707-7907.
Even if you've resisted the move to cable in the past, please call. Discover how to make the switch from your old antenna with no hassles, no surprises. Learn how IOTV will make your TV even better.
It's January, and time is running out. Don't wait till February 17th to discover your TV won't work.
Call 1-866-707-7907 and learn how IOTV from Cablevision is your best way to transition to digital TV.
Dad? It's time. You'd be a really nice catch for somebody. Please?
Just for Men takes 5 easy minutes, targets only the gray hair, and can start something great.
Yes!
Just for Men.
The New Jersey Lottery's Jersey Jackpot Raffle is here. And with millions of dollars up for grabs, everybody's getting in on it. There's hundreds of prizes, including the best odds ever to win $2 million. Tickets are limited and going fast. So hurry and grab yours today, because once they run out, you're out of luck. Don't miss your chance to become a millionaire. Play the Jersey Jackpot Raffle from the New Jersey Lottery. Give your dreams a chance.
Sometimes your day is complicated enough. When you get home, keep things simple. Goya extra virgin olive oil, imported from Spain. Who thought such taste could be enjoyed so easily? If it's Goya, it has to be good.
How good looking is my wife?
Michelle Obama wowed partygoers during her eagerly anticipated inaugural ball entrance. The First Lady sparkled in a white chiffon one-shoulder gown made by Manhattan-based designer Jason Wu. The gown will now be donated to the Smithsonian, according to tradition.
And the President and the First Lady are in the White House this morning. Wonder if they slept or if they're waking up or
Hopefully
how that
they're
works.
Sleeping in. Hopefully.
It was a long night.
It
man.
was.
That dance marathon went well into the evening.
From Washington, CBS 2's Dana Tyler offers us an inside look at a few of last night's inaugural balls.
Serenaded by Beyonce, the President and First Lady had their first dance as first couple, with the eyes of the nation watching every step.
I want to thank each and every one of you and all the people who are watching tonight for what you do to make this country better.
Vice President Joe Biden and his wife Jill started their evening dancing in front of military members at the Commander-in-Chief Ball. It's a chance to party and to reflect on the nation's first African-American president.
It makes me think about my grandfather and all the things that he had to go through, and to see this day come, I never thought it would happen in my lifetime.
40 years ago, I was in D.C., got off the train the night Martin Luther King was killed and assassinated, and it was such a night of chaos and anger, and to be back here tonight is beyond exciting.
It's a long night after a long day. That was once only a dream.
I can't wait to live to tell my grandkids.
All of America, regardless of how they voted in the election, really sees the historic significance of today. And you never really see that at an inauguration. This is the least political inauguration I've ever witnessed.
The Obamas and Bidens attended all 10 official inaugural balls last night. The last one ended after 2 in the morning. In Washington, Dana Tyler, CBS 2 News.
So we talked about moments yesterday, right? We talked about all the tears that were shed. How about daughter Sasha giving Daddy the thumbs up here? Oh, God.
That was
I don't know if you can
the
see on
moment.
that long shot there, but she gave Daddy a thumbs up after the speech, right? But then the moment I thought was John Roberts, this Chief Justice of the United States, one of the most learned legal minds we've ever had.
Right.
Butchering the oath of office.
Absolutely. Did not use a note card. I was absolutely amazed.
Why didn't you just read it?
Exactly. Just read it off a note card.
That was really something.
It was his one moment yesterday, right?
Everybody tensed up, right?
What's going on?
What's happening?
Right, including Obama.
Where's this going?
Yes, President Obama. Unbelievable.
I guess everybody gets nervous, huh?
I suppose.
It must have been part of it, at least.
Somebody
I would
had to
imagine. I know.
Fear of public speaking, right? And now you can understand
But
why.
afterwards at the lunch, you saw him talk to Obama. He said, "My fault." It looked that way for lip readers. So there you have it.
The world watching, huh? Oh, well, it's okay.
It's done.
What's not okay is the forecast. Sorry about it, but it's freezing again today. We have temperatures in the city of just 18 degrees right now. It's definitely a cold start. Look at this. Are people ice skating right now? Do my eyes deceive me? What is going on out there at the moment?
Lesson.
My goodness. All right, well, 18 degrees, we're hardy folk. And looks like we're going to find winds at the west about 7 miles per hour, relative humidity 65%. And we are, in fact, going to find clear skies to start the morning. And it's not just our area that's cold. Up in Bethel, it's only 5 degrees. You get to Harriman, it's just 3. You get over to Montgomery, coming in at 15. You take it out to the big picture, and temperatures drop well below zero in Montreal, -9, 4 below in Ottawa. You get to Buffalo, it's 4. Pittsburgh is 4. So long and short of it, the entire Northeast in the teens, in the single digits or below. And it's even cold in Miami this morning. We are looking at the current wind chill factor in the city of Miami, coming in at 39. For them, this is a big time cool down. They've got wind chill advisories posted there, and through 9 a.m. this morning, Miami could feel like anywhere from 25 to 35 degrees, and hopefully that makes you feel a little better this morning. We're not that far off, actually. Looking at the Titan radar picture right now, clear skies, no precipitation to speak of. A little bit of cloud cover back to the west. That may move through a little bit later on today with increasing cloud cover, but for the most part, looks like we're going to stay pretty clear for at least the first half of the day. And also, here's what's happening. We've had this jet stream just dive down, allowing all this Arctic Canadian air to filter down to our area. And it's been in play for a while, but the good news is come tomorrow, we're going to start to see that jet stream lifting on off to the north. By Friday, it's as far north as it's going to go for the next couple of days. The cold air retreats. The thaw finally sets in with temperatures normal tomorrow, but 5 degrees above normal, perhaps even more by Friday. So we are anticipating a warm up as this jet stream begins to lift on off to the north, and that will lock the Canadian air well north of us. Not the case today, though. Canadian air mass still in play with 26 degrees for our high. Wind chill anywhere from 10 to 15. Sun, few afternoon clouds, then even colder today than it was yesterday. But for tonight, not as cold. 23 degrees the overnight low, and leading to tomorrow, 38. This is around normal. We're going to find mostly sunny skies, still going to be a little breezy. Here's where the good stuff comes into play, and I mean the really good stuff. We get up to 43 degrees for your high temperature on Friday. So it looks like that's going to be the mildest of the next couple of days. You get to Saturday, though, we drop right back down to 31 and 27 on Sunday, and then it looks like to start our next work week, we're going to be in the 30s. So, it can hardly feel too bad when it feels like it's anywhere from 25 to 35 in Miami.
Ooh.
Everybody's dealing with it.
Has it been that way for a little while?
Yeah, they've got wind chill advisories that have been posted today.
Wow.
I lived in Miami for a while. When it dips that cold, people have no idea what to do.
Yeah, that's not fun.
So, yeah, it's going to be rough.
We're
even
all
there.
in the same boat.
We are, at least the East Coast.
There's no escaping it.
Nope.
Hate to laugh at them, but
yeah, but we will.
Thanks, Megan.
Thanks. Let's take some traffic right now with Katie McGee. Hi, Katie.
Rough crowd. Good morning, Kate. Good morning, Maurice. Good morning, everybody. Quickly want to mention before we get this underway that the northbound side of the thruway, all lanes still closed just past exit 16 in Harriman, accident being cleaned up. We do have other problems now to tell you about as well. Into New Jersey, eastbound side of Route 80, just past exit 19 in Alamucci. That's Route 517 for you. Accident blocking off one lane, so a little bit of a slowdown. 46 not bad in the meantime. New Jersey into the city this morning. GW Bridge, so far a great ride. Into the tolls, both the upper level, lower level, everybody moving nicely. No major problems for us yet at the Lincoln, 5 minutes tops. Holland Tunnel problem free. And taking the train this morning, everybody's on or close to schedule. Metro North Path, New Jersey Transit, and Long Island Railroad all on time. Alternate side parking rules are suspended citywide today. Kate and Maurice, back to you.
All right, thanks, Katie.
All right, 6:21 in just a moment here. Still to come this hour, close to a decision. Governor Patterson drops a couple details about his possible choices for Senate.
Plus, in the spotlight, why a local school's name is getting big attention following Barack Obama's inauguration. And John, good morning.
All right, guys, good morning, everyone. Coming up in sports with spring training less than a month away, the Yankees and Mets settle some contract issues. I'll update you in the latest. Plus, the Rangers get back on track at home against the Ducks from Anaheim. Sports is straight ahead.
It's flu season, so protect yourself and your family. Follow these 3 lines of defense to fight the flu. We call it Take 3. Get vaccinated, stop germs, and use antiviral medications. Your clinician can prescribe antivirals to prevent or treat the flu and reduce symptoms by attacking the virus. Typical flu symptoms include fever, aches, and tiredness. Contact your medical provider if you develop these symptoms.
Visit flufax.com to learn more about protecting you and your family.
I remember this lady, she wanted to surprise her husband because he's a big, huge football fan, to make up for the fact that he made the ultimate sacrifice. He had to sell his season tickets in order to pay for the wedding. She wanted to give him the experience of being at the game at home. As I was showing her this stuff, she was like, oh my God, he's gonna love this. She got like a 60-inch. It was a nice 60-inch shoe. I could imagine him just walking in and all of a sudden you turn, you just see this huge screen. 2 weeks later, they came back and he was just like, thank you. Just another love story at Best Buy with the 60-inch TV in the middle.
Welcome back, 6:24. Time to talk sports with John. A little hockey from last night.
Yeah, it's cold outside, but fans from the Rangers are certainly excited about the temperature and the ongoings inside the Garden, guys. Good morning, everyone. With just over 30 games left, the race in the Atlantic Division is starting to heat up. After getting shut out in Pittsburgh on Sunday for the 3rd time this season, Rangers are back at it last night hosting the Anaheim Ducks, tied at 1 in the second period. Freddie Sjustrom hits the gas and lights the lamp for a shorthanded goal, 2-1 Rangers. Later in the period, though, the Ducks would answer when Corey Perry somehow slips through the defense and beats Henrik Lundqvist for his 14th goal of the season. Beautifully done there. That ties the game at 2. But in the third, the Rangers would answer. They crash the net, and Scott Gomez somehow scores his 9th of the year for a power play goal. Nicely done, young man. Rangers going to double up on the Ducks, 4-2 the final. The Blue Shirts move back into first place in their division. As for the Islanders, if their season couldn't get any worse, it's going to get worse now. Goalie Rick DiPietro is now out for the year due to problems with his surgically repaired left knee. He has only played in 5 games this season. All right, hot stove baseball news. The Yankees avoided salary arbitration with a pair of players yesterday, Xavier Nady and Melky Cabrera. Both outfielders get a 1-year deal. Nady will earn $6.5 million. He was acquired from Pittsburgh midway through the season last year and set career highs in hits, homers, and RBIs. As for Cabrera, he's coming off a disappointing season. He's only going to get $1.4 million and will likely be a backup for the upcoming season. The Mets also avoided contentious arbitration scenarios with 2 of their outfielders, Ryan Church and Angel Pagan. As with the Yanks, these are each 1-year contracts. Church will see his salary increase from $2 million to $2.8 million. He appeared in only 90 games last season while dealing with a concussion. And the latest on pitcher John Maine, he will go to arbitration with the team. Finally, the Australian Open is underway down under. Among the second-round winners today, women's top-seeded Jelena Jankovic and number 5 seed Ana Ivanovic. On the men's side, Spain's number 11 David Ferrer and 23rd-ranked American Marty Fish also advance. And today, Roger Federer got one step closer in his quest for a record 14th major. The second-ranked Federer dominated 118th-seeded Yevgeny Korolev in straight sets, 6-2, 6-3, 6-1. He'll face off against Marat Safin in the 3rd round for his next opponent. And that's your sports.
Good to see him back.
Yes. And in top form as usual.
You bet. Thanks, John.
Time now, 6:26 weather traffic straight ahead.
Plus, your top stories.
Barack Obama begins his first day as the new president. I'm Catherine Brown in Washington. The very latest coming up.
Flat screen TVs, fur coats, and a Mercedes. A raid in a transit supervisor's home. I'm McGee Hickey with a live report from Brooklyn coming up.
Wake up, New York. Start your day with a freshly brewed cup of Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
She has a long list of complaints against her ex.
I endured physical abuse, emotional, sexual, and financial abuse.
Well, you know why that happened?
Could you tell me?
Because you let it happen.
Next, Judge Judy.
Coming up next, only on CBS 2 HD.
With British Airways, enjoy our complimentary 3-course meals, cinema, even pretzels, and now hotel rooms. That's right, we're giving away 2 nights in London for free when you fly to London. British Airways flights start at $156 each way with a round-trip purchase from New York. Great fares also available from 17 other U.S. cities. Offer ends January 29th. So hurry, book now at BA.com.
Wherever there is life, there are stories of unbelievable adventure and characters filled with amazing courage. This Earth Day, join 3 families on an incredible journey across our planet, as only Disney can show you. Disney Nature presents Earth, rated G, in theaters this Earth Day.
Tonight, President Barack Obama, his first full day in the Oval Office. We'll take you there tonight on the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric.
You see a son who doesn't get his kicks from algebra. Sylvan sees a learning plan to make his goals. You see a daughter who'd rather rock than write an essay. Sylvan sees a way to improve her study skills. Call Sylvan now. Sylvan creates a personalized learning plan to build lasting skills, habits, and attitudes for success today and tomorrow.
Start Sylvan in the New York tri-state area for as little as $95, with locations including Verona and Nutley, New Jersey.
At 1-800-DENTIST, we operate with one simple premise. If you love your dentist, you'll go consistently. And that means you'll look better, be healthier, and in the long run save money by avoiding expensive dental work that can be caused by neglect. That's why we work so hard screening our dentist. And we have a live 24-hour call center and a detailed website to help you find that perfect dentist. So why not call or log on today? 1-800-DENTIST. Seriously, it's time.
News, weather, and traffic alerts delivered directly to you. Sign up at WCBSTV.com. You're You're watching CBS 2 News This Morning in high definition.
Taking on his first full day as president, Mr. Obama set to tackle top issues after a night of revelry.
Hillary Clinton on hold. The possible Secretary of State forced to wait as new details emerge over who may claim her seat.
Plus, the First Lady's inauguration fashions, what style experts are saying about Michelle Obama's choices. As we welcome you in on this Wednesday, great to see you. I'm Kate Sullivan.
And good morning, I'm Maurice Dubois. It's Wednesday, January 21st. We'll have it all for you in a moment. First, though, John is off. Megan's in, and it's cold outside.
Certainly is cold out there. 18 degrees in the city right now. That's it. 15 in Woodbury and in Greenwich. You get to White Plains, it's 9 degrees, 15 in Monroe, 14 in Franklin, and 10 when you hit Florham Park out there. But it is also breezy. A 9-degree wind chill in the city, 6 in Woodbury, and 3 in the Hamptons. Kate Maurice.
All right, thanks so much, Megan.
Katie, what's the traffic story?
Well, the big story this morning, Kate Maurice, unfortunately continues to be found on the thruway. Northbound side, all lanes remain closed down just past exit 16 in Harriman. Accident with injuries being worked on. Medevac has just left the scene, which is the good news. Into New Jersey, eastbound side of 80, just past exit 19 in Alamucci. Crash being worked on. 2 lanes are closed. Alternate side parking rules are suspended citywide today. Kate, back to you.
All right, Katie, thank you very much. To our top story, a new day is dawning in Washington. With the celebrations now over, President Barack Obama begins his very first day on the job. It includes meeting with some key advisors as he sets a new course for the country. CBS 2's Catherine Brown live in Washington with more on the President's Day. Catherine.
President Obama wrapped up his inauguration festivities in the very early morning hours, but he did not get much sleep. He's getting a very early start this morning on his first full day as president, and he has quite an agenda planned. He'll begin by tackling the crumbling economy and 2 wars. Now that the party's over, President Obama is getting down to business.
And I am absolutely convinced that we've got better days ahead.
After attending a prayer service at the National Cathedral this morning, he'll huddle with economic advisors to tackle America's worst financial slump since the Great Depression. The president will then discuss the 2 wars overseas with top security aides. But one of Mr. Obama's first presidential acts came just hours after he took the oath of office in front of nearly 2 million people. He put the brakes on all pending regulations until his administration can review them, including war crime trials at Guantanamo Bay. The Senate isn't wasting any time either. Lawmakers quickly confirmed 6 members of Mr. Obama's cabinet on Tuesday, and today Hillary Clinton is expected to get the okay as the new Secretary of State. The president and first lady partied into the early morning hours at 10 inaugural balls. Mrs. Obama shimmered in a floor-length gown by 26-year-old designer Jason Wu. The celebration marked the end of a long day of inaugural festivities and the 2-year campaign that put them in the White House.
We're going to give them all the love and the support that we can from this day on.
With millions on his side, the president has pledged bold and swift action. But in order to grapple all of the nation's challenges, he says he'll need America's patience as well. Satellite pictures show the crowds that poured into Washington for President Obama's swearing-in ceremony swelled to nearly 2 million people. Live in Washington, I'm Catherine Brown. Now back to you.
That's an incredible number. Catherine, has the city recovered from those nearly 2 million visitors?
It's working on it, but let me tell you, there is a lot of cleaning up to do. Just below our offices here near the Capitol, cleanup trucks have been going all night long. A number of streets are still closed here. There was an incredible number of people on the mall, so there's an incredible amount of debris to pick up. And of course, all those porta potties have to be hauled away at some point. So there's quite a bit of cleanup left to do here.
I can only imagine. Catherine, thank you.
All right. Well, after getting down on the dance floor during last night's inaugural balls, President Obama gets down to business, trying to solve the nation's economic crisis and to work on Iraq. CBS 2's Jay Dow live on Wall Street, where yesterday's optimism was not reflected on the big board. Jay, good morning.
Good morning to you, Maurice. Investors followed up President Obama's historic inaugural address with a message of their own. It's going to take more than a stirring speech to end the financial crisis.
Now let the hard work begin.
It's doubtful President Barack Obama needs a reminder, but Wall Street gave him one anyway, posting its biggest inaugural day loss ever.
I guess it can only get better, right?
Yesterday's slide erased all of Wall Street's gains since January 1st. In fact, over the last 12 months, the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell by more than 33%, and stocks lost $10 trillion.
Our economy is badly weakened, a consequence of greed and irresponsibility on the part of some, but also our collective failure to make hard choices and prepare the nation for a new age.
And although it seems like the 44th president has nothing but hard choices ahead of him, this investor says she's willing to bankroll Mr. Obama with a credit line of patience.
He knows what he's about to do. It might take him a while because he inherited this mess, but I think with time he could do something.
What's most troubling about the financial crisis is that it may be far from over. Despite the first stage of the bailout package passed under President Bush, bank losses are still streaming in at a steady clip. We're live on Wall Street this morning. Jay Dow, CBS 2 News.
Thank you, Jay. Inauguration Day was disappointing for some people who made the pilgrimage to our nation's capital, but 1,000 people who had tickets to the swearing-in were shut out. A crowd near one of the gates was rerouted to a nearby tunnel beneath the mall where they waited for but never received a promised escort. Capitol Police say some ticket holders who were not properly screened had to be rerouted. For more on all the inauguration moments, you can check out WCBSTV.com, and you can relive President Barack Obama's entire speech, the parade, and plenty of other behind-the-scene moments that were not televised.
And as Catherine Brown just mentioned a couple of seconds ago, the full Senate is now expected to take up the confirmation of Hillary Clinton as Mr. Obama's Secretary of State. The vote on Mrs. Clinton's nomination got sidetracked when a Republican senator from Texas objected to a simple voice vote. And Governor Patterson, meantime, has now confirmed that Attorney General Andrew Cuomo is among the candidates he is considering to replace Clinton in the U.S. Senate.
Well, he's a person that is the only current elected statewide official in New York. The rest of us came to our positions one way or the other. But he is has outstanding qualities and is someone I'm considering.
The latest polling shows New Yorkers' questions say they favor Cuomo by a narrow margin over Caroline Kennedy as a possible Senate replacement for Hillary Clinton.
The Israeli military says as of this morning it has withdrawn all of its soldiers from the Gaza Strip. Israel sent in thousands of troops earlier this month to stop rocket attacks by militants who have been terrorizing southern Israel. At least 1,300 Palestinians and 13 Israelis died in the conflict. Both sides declared ceasefires that went into effect on Sunday.
A New York City transit supervisor is reportedly under investigation this morning, suspected of looting the agency in the bogus billing and kickbacks. CBS 2's McGee Hickey's live in Flatlands, Brooklyn with the story. Good morning, McGee.
Good morning to you, Maurice. The scope of the fraud isn't known yet, but 50-year-old Jacqueline Joy Jackson has been suspended after there was a raid in her home right behind me here on East 46th Street in the Flatlands section of Brooklyn. According to this morning's Daily News, investigators from the Brooklyn DA's office carted away boxes of records, a computer, and other electronic devices. The Daily News says Jackson allegedly lived large with luxury cars, fur coats, and flat-screen TVs, all gotten illegally, allegedly by looting the cash-strapped MTA in a bogus billing and kickback scheme. The MTA Inspector General reportedly is investigating whether Jackson inflated bills submitted by a Brooklyn company, AJI Records Retrieval, and then split the ill-gotten gains with the company's owner. The transit supervisor reportedly makes $83,000 a year, but had flat-screen TVs in practically every room of her house, including the bathrooms, 5 fur coats, a Mercedes, and other cars. Her lawyer's only comment in the Daily News this morning: time will prove her vindication. We're live in the Flatlands section of Brooklyn. McGee Hickey, CBS 2 News.
All right, thanks, McGee.
Temperature right now, 18 degrees. Yeah. We're looking at a little bit of a warm-up, though, at the end of the week.
It's going to be downright balmy on Friday.
Can't wait.
At least in the 40s. We'll take that over today.
Twice as warm as it is now.
Exactly. Yeah, we will take it and we will run with it on Friday. But today, well, you're going to be bundling up as you make your way to work. There's no doubt about that because temperatures right now are in the teens, but they feel more like the single digits. What we have out there currently, clear skies, and you can see that right now as the sun gets close to thinking about rising up there. That'll happen at 7:15. Winds are coming in out of the west at 7 right now with a relative humidity 65%, and we've got clear skies with a temperature of just 18. 26 our expected high today. Normal this time of the year is 37. The record, well, that was 63 set back in 2006. As I told you, the sun comes up at 7:15, but sets dead even at 5 o'clock p.m. Our morning temperature 16. It's not as bad as 1985 when it was 2 below, but it's certainly cold out there no matter what. 18 in the city, 16 in Belmar, 3 in Newburgh, 9 in Monticello, just 12 in the Hamptons. But take into account the breeze that we have in play right now, and it feels even cooler than that. It feels like just 3 in the Hamptons, Stamford, and Newburgh. Feels like 0 degrees in Monticello and 9 in the city. So it's certainly a frigid start this morning, but clear. We have no cloud cover to talk about over our area right now, but there is some cloud cover just back to the west that'll push in a little bit later on today. But the wide picture, the big picture shows that although there's some cloud cover, there's no precipitation waiting in the wings, at least for today. What is waiting is a big warm up that we're really looking forward to. Cold, sunshine, and breezy conditions today. You'll see increasing cloud cover this afternoon, but then you start to see the cold air moving on off to the north. We're back to what should be normal for this time of the year with temperatures in the upper 30s, but then we get a brief warm up. We'll thaw out for just a while on Friday, topping out in the mid 40s some locations before the next system comes through and takes the temperatures right back down. So we are on that continuous roller coaster temperature wise today. 26 degrees, sunshine, a little cold out there, breezy conditions. The wind chill factor is going to make it feel like it's anywhere from 10 to 15 tonight. Cold, but not as cold. We'll drop down to 23 degrees, and then for tomorrow we're to where we should be this time of the year, which is at 38, and we'll kick it up a notch and top out at 43 on your Friday. Thaw continues, but just for tomorrow and the next day, because after that we drop right back down to 31 degrees for your Saturday, just 27 on Sunday, and then we'll stay in the 30s after that. So this really is a one-day thing with temperatures in the 40s. It's not going to last for long, but we should enjoy it while we have it.
We will. Thank you so much, Megan.
All right, Katie's here with the traffic story.
We've had a couple of problems out there this morning. I thought I would start off quickly with some good news. Quickly, northbound side of the thruway, all lanes have reopened at exit 16 in Harriman. That earlier crash completely gone. Now, we do still have troubles on 78 in Newark. This is eastbound right at exit 56. That accident in the process of being cleaned up. It's on the entrance to the local lane, so if you head to the express, you'll be in better shape. 22, no problems for you at all. Outside we go. Check out the ride at the RFK Triborough Bridge. It's a pretty good one for you, whether you're heading into Queens or into the Bronx or Manhattan. The ride at the Throgs Neck Whitestone and down at the 59th Street Bridge. Everything's pretty quiet. Alternate side parking rules, they are suspended citywide today. Kate Maurice.
Thanks, Katie.
Time now, 6:41. Still ahead, the First Lady's look. Find out how Michelle Obama's inauguration fashions are faring among style experts.
Plus, credit concerns. A New Jersey company at the center of what's being called the largest data breach ever. We'll be right back.
$1.3 million New Yorkers rely on soup kitchens and food pantries, and their numbers are growing. That's why CBS 2 HD is going orange with the Food Bank for New York City. Orange is the color of hunger awareness. Help support hunger relief in New York City by visiting our virtual food drive. $1 equals 5 meals. Go to WCBSTV.com for details.
I'm telling you, you kids have it easy.
We had to get our internet from a phone company. And the phone from a phone company, too.
I had to walk 5 miles to the video store for the latest releases.
In the snow, uphill.
Remember when your cable, phone, and internet came from 3 different companies? Thanks to Time Warner Cable's Triple Play, those days are history.
Just count yourself lucky.
We got our TV from a dish. And our movies, they came on one of these. My phone bill was crazy. Different amount every month.
Crazy. Crazy. No, not you.
With the Triple Play, you'll get digital cable in HD with tons of on-demand movies, internet that leaves DSL in the dust, and unlimited calling to the US, Canada, and Puerto Rico, all on one bill for less than $90 a month.
Those days were tough.
Downloading pictures?
An hour.
Or 2. Buffering.
Buffering.
Call 1-800-646-0456 and get the Triple Play.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Yes. Yes, it was.
When severe winter weather strikes, count on the CBS 2 HD weather team.
We've seen a lot of change over the years, but one thing that hasn't changed is the durability of a Honda. Over the past 20 years, Honda has a higher percentage of cars and trucks still on the road, higher than any other car manufacturer in its class. Maybe that's one reason the CR-V is the best-selling crossover in America. Honda. Simple.
Lease a 2009 Honda CR-V for $239 a month for well-qualified customers.
The countdown is on. Are you DTV ready? Classics on the web, only on WCBSTV.com.
Cue the music. The new first couple danced to Beyonce's live rendition of the song At Last at last night's neighborhood ball in Washington. It was the first of 10 balls the Obamas attended. Yesterday, everyone wanted to hear what President Obama had to say. This morning, it's all about what Michelle Obama was wearing last night.
Her fashion choices have been almost as well documented as her husband's policies. CBS News' Christine Johnson reports.
How good looking is my wife?
Michelle Obama made her eagerly anticipated inaugural ball entrance wearing designer Jason Wu, not widely known until now. He's a 26-year-old Taiwan-born, Manhattan-based designer. Style expert Katrina Zish watched as the First Lady made her entrance.
So she went with a Jackie O white. I'm very, very surprised by that. And asymmetrical, a little sparkle. They're really kind of the bride and groom, the new bride and groom of the White House.
Her designer of choice had been a subject of intense speculation. She said until the end, she just hadn't made up her mind.
Usually we see Michelle in very tailored silhouettes, and the fact that it has a little bit of frippery and a little bit of flounce to it and a little bit of volume, it's the ultimate party dress. I think it's great.
The First Lady's choice for daytime was Isabel Toledo in a color that was clearly a departure from the neutral or patriotic hues. Sasha and Malia's coats were from Crew Cuts, J. Crew's kid division, and the first mom wore J. Crew gloves. In ethereal white chiffon, the First Lady, and a designer too, added another page to the fashion history books.
In the end, this is what the world is seeing as the leaders of America, and they definitely have to present themselves in an appropriate and especially now a very hopeful, very respectful way.
Christine Johnson, CBS 2 News.
And in keeping with White House tradition, the inaugural gown will be donated to the Smithsonian. And for a slideshow of the First Lady's fashion choices, plus other inauguration memories, just head over to WCBSTV.com. We learned a new word, frou-frou.
Whatever that is.
Well,
yes.
frou-frou-ness.
Say what you will about the dress, but Jason Wu, 26, 27-year-old, now on the fashion map for sure.
Bursting onto the scene.
Yes, way to go on his part.
Mm-hmm. And the Smithsonian, no less, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty impressive.
That'll last for a while.
Forever.
You bet.
Yeah. Well, guys, it's cold. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to be. There's no changing that today. But tomorrow and the next day, well, we'll do something to amend it a little bit. We're going to get up into the 40s come Friday. But right now, it's just 18 in Lynbrook, 16 in Oceanport, just 3 in Harriman. You take it out to the big picture, and it's pretty much the entire Northeast that's dealing with these frigid temperatures. Washington, D.C., about a lot of cleanup down there. They're coming in at just 19 degrees right now, and 8 in Detroit, 9 in Cincinnati. We have clear skies across the tri-state, so no precipitation to worry about. A little bit of cloud cover will work in later today, but for the most part, we're talking about the temperatures. We're stuck in the freezer again today, no doubt, with temperatures topping out in the mid-20s. It'll feel more like the 10 to 15 degree mark when you take into account the winds. We will thaw out, though, Thursday into Friday, but unfortunately, it's just a brief break from the cold air because come the weekend, the cold air is back. So we will have a little break. Tomorrow's going to be milder than today, and Friday, the mildest yet at 43.
All right, we need that break. Thanks so much, Megan.
Let's check some traffic right now with Katie McGee. Hi, Katie.
Good morning, Kate. Good morning, Maurice. Good morning, everybody. Unfortunately, not a great ride right now through a big part of New Jersey. Heading in through northern New Jersey, a couple of problems out there on 80. Eastbound, just past exit 19 in Alamucci, there's an accident. Once you're past that, second crash being cleaned up at exit 35 from Mount Hope Road, and a third accident slowing things down yet again approaching exit 42 in Parsippany. Best bet right now, skip 80, head down to 46. Yes, there are traffic lights, but for the most part, you're in much better shape. As for the ride on 287 southbound, right at exit 21A in Bedminster, there's an accident being worked on the off-ramp heading northbound on 287. Watch out for a crash right near exit 41 in Parsippany. Transit looking pretty good, especially through New Jersey. If you're going to be taking the train today, Metro North Path, New Jersey Transit, LIRR, no problems. Buses, ferries are in great shape as well. And alternate side parking rules, they are suspended citywide today. Kate and Maurice, back to you.
All right, thank you, Katie.
Coming up on 6:49. Up next, the local school making national headlines over its name.
Plus, 100 million credit cards possibly compromised. What's behind the massive security breach at a local company?
The doctor's is all new. She gave birth to quintuplets and wound up with this. Now,
we are going to take you inside the OR for the ultimate tummy tuck.
Got the roadmap, now we just have to follow it.
This is what Quince will do to you.
the amazing reveal. Plus, what your kids eat could kill them.
The single biggest thing you need to be aware of is
On the Doctors.
This morning at 9 a.m.
Every Folgers Mountain Grown bean is evenly roasted. So you'll wake up to more rich, pure taste.
Working in the mailroom has taught me a lot about business. Hi, Miss Cowens. She lost everyone's pension. That's okay. She still gets the big bucks. It's not for me, though. I'm going for the jumbo bucks.
Jumbo bucks from the New York Lottery. Win up to $3 million.
Where do you think you're going?
Back into a smart routine with the under 300-calorie egg white flatbreads from Dunkin' Donuts. You can do it. America runs on Dunkin'. Get an egg white flatbread for only $1.99 when you buy a medium hot coffee.
Go to work, get through the day, and once you get home, it's time to give your routine a kick. Goya Adobo, the perfect blend of garlic, oregano, and other Latino spices. Great on any meat. For superb taste, add Goya extra virgin olive oil, imported from Spain. It's a wake-up call of flavor. Everyone wants to get home because something good is cooking. If it's Goya, it has to be good.
Stay green with CBS 2 HD in 2009.
6:51, as you take a look at the White House, the new residence of the Obamas, the lights are down. You get the idea folks might be sleeping in a little bit.
Hopefully they will be sleeping in. What a day yesterday.
They got a lot of work to do ahead of them, though.
Yes.
Let's check in right now. Harry Smith in Washington with a preview and a review of yesterday. Good morning, Harry.
Yeah, morning. How about this seat? We're just across the street from the White House, and there actually has been a light on in what some people have suggested might be the presidential bedroom. Is this guy up working all night long after partying most of the night? Who knows? He seems to have some superhuman qualities. Quite a day yesterday. Of course, Maggie and I were both out on the mall. We were out there during this amazing event. Have lots of stories to tell. We'll reflect on that, look forward on this very busy day. Wall Street not kind to the inauguration. We'll get an update on that. We'll talk to some insiders. And the most important thing of all, the dress, the coat dress, the fashions, the parties. We've got it all covered as we broadcast one more day live from Washington, D.C. So we'll see you here in a little bit, guys.
Hey, how cold was it yesterday, Harry? And
you know,
right now?
yesterday, for whatever reason, the sun came out, and while there was a big, strong wind, there were so many people around, it didn't seem so cold, versus this morning. This is the coldest morning yet. This is not good.
Oh, my. The morning after reality sinks in.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
All right. Well, thank you, sir. We'll be watching.
Excitement can usually add some temperatures, right?
That's right.
Yes.
Make you warmer.
A couple degrees. Let's talk about your Money Watch report right now and head over to Claire Leka. Hi, Claire.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kate and Maurice, it's back to reality here. Will Wall Street continue its losing ways on President Obama's first full day in office? If Inauguration Day was any indication, keep your seatbelts fastened. The Dow suffered its worst ever Inauguration Day sell-off as President Obama took the oath of office. The blue chips start the day with a huge loss of 332 points and back below 8,000 for the first time in 2 months. Investors bailed out of financial stocks with a vengeance on fears that the world's biggest banks are in more trouble than previously thought. Now, historically, stocks do tend to greet new presidents with declines on Inauguration Day. Out of the past 27 inaugurations, the Dow has fallen 19 of those days. Now, Asian markets also tumbled overnight on the heels of Wall Street's big losses, but the futures reports are pointing to a bounce back for stocks at the bell, and that's thanks to a rosy outlook from IBM. It's being called the largest data breach ever, and it's hit a New Jersey company. 100 million credit card and debit card numbers may have been compromised last year. Princeton-based Heartland Payment Systems says hackers broke into its systems sometime last year and planted malicious software to steal card data. The company says it only discovered the intrusion last week. It won't say how many customer records may have been improperly accessed. And that's your Money Watch. I'm Claire Lake at Kate and Maurice. Back to you.
Wow. All righty. Thank you, Claire.
The inauguration of Barack Obama was especially meaningful to some Long Island students who attended the very first school to be named after the new president. The 460 students of Barack Obama Elementary School in Hempstead were ecstatic watching as Mr. Obama was sworn in. In honor of the president's daughters, a first family cake was brought in by the principal, who had tickets to the events in Washington, but wouldn't have missed this for the world.
I didn't want anyone to have to tell me how they were reacting to the inauguration. I had to experience that with them.
I'm filled with joy.
A renaming dedication is planned for next month. President Obama has been invited, along with Governor Patterson. Both have yet to respond.
What a day for those kids.
Seriously.
All right, let's check your sports in a flash with Johnny D. Hey, John.
All right, guys, good morning, everybody. Islanders goalie Rick DiPietro, unfortunately, is done for the season due to problems with his surgically repaired left knee. On the ice last night, Rangers doubled up on the Anaheim Ducks 4-2. Scott Gomez racked up a power play goal in the third for the game winner. And at the Aussie Open Down Under, Roger Federer advances in straight sets in his second-round match. Next up for him, Marat Safin in round 3. And that's your sports in a flash on this Wednesday morning.
Is the locker room curious to see how Roger responds to not being number one?
Next, ET and Insider. ET inside the inauguration with Beyonce and Barack and Michelle's first dance. The balls, the stars, and Michelle's gown.
It's the coat and dress look that everyone's been talking about.
Then,
it's an ET exclusive.
Part 2 of the Tom Cruise interview we went halfway around the world to get. And our gift for Suri.
She's going to love this.
Plus, a real-life Jaws, the shocking new video.
It's a great one. Holy.
Next, ET and Insider.
Tonight at 7, only on CBS 2 HD.
Another bad report card? I hate school. We grounded you, got tutors.
You think I want to fail?
I should have done this before.
Huntington Learning Center.
My son is struggling in school.
You made the right call. We get to the heart of the problem and then construct a program that will build his skills, confidence, and motivation. He'll really improve. You'll see.
Call Huntington Learning Center today at 1-800-CAN-LEARN. The sooner you call, the sooner your child can learn.
We know how important the right forecast is to you and your family. At CBS 2 HD, we've got the team and the technology that you can trust. Will you need a sweater or an umbrella? Our Titan radar system lets you know and helps you plan your day.
If severe weather is on the way, our True View alert lets you know just where it's heading.
And no matter what your plans are, you can count on Storm Tracker for an up-to-the-second forecast.
CBS 2 HD, your weather source, the weather source.
Team up at ShopRite to throw a winning pregame party. Just use your Price Plus card at any ShopRite from now through January 31st. Look for this free party platter symbol. Buy $75 worth of any of these fine products in a single trip and choose a free $29.99 party platter. Buy the brands you love and be the MVP of your crowd. Don't miss out. Offer ends January 31st. Visit ShopRite.com and click on Party Platter Promotion. At one place, your place.
Good morning, ladies. Make sure you finish your juice. It has your medicine in it.
Looking for adventure?
Barb and I went to Vegas. I lost $300 and 2 fillings.
We got thrown out of Circus. That's almost impossible. Maybe it's time for a getaway.
It smells like cigarettes and urine.
It's the smell of fun. A new Christine. Then Gary's ex is moving on.
I'm getting married.
So what's she doing here?
You're in bed with another man.
Oh, that's not a man. That's Gary.
New Gary Unmarried after New Christine. CBS tonight.
Closed captioning for CBS 2 News in high definition is brought to you by Toyota.
Good morning. Welcome in. Top stories on CBS 2 and WCBS TV.com. After a morning prayer service, President Barack Obama meets with his economic team and Iraq advisors today as part of his first full day in office. Hillary Clinton is expected to get the okay as the new Secretary of State when the Senate takes up her confirmation later today. And a New York City transit supervisor reportedly is under investigation, suspected of cheating the agency in a bogus billing and kickback scheme.
Final words of cold weather, Megan.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we're going to find a wind chill factor today anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees. That's it, and that's in the afternoon. Right now, we sit in the single digits for your wind chill. We'll top out at 26 today, 38 tomorrow, and 43 for the big warm-up on Friday.
All right, thanks, Megan.
Traffic picture, Katie.
It's been a rough end here in New Jersey, and a couple of problems, status quo and still working, unfortunately. So as Reggie would say, get the cup of coffee and get going. It's going to take a little while. We're going to start things off right now on 287 in New Jersey, where if you're traveling northbound, just past exit 41 in Parsippany, there's a crash being worked on. Southbound, an accident on the ramp to 78. And eastbound side of 80, watch out for several accidents here. There's one at exit 19, one at exit 35, and one at exit 42. May I recommend Route 46 instead? Alternate side parking rules, they're suspended citywide today. Kate and Maurice.
You may. Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching on this Wednesday. We'll have another check on news, traffic, and weather in 25 minutes.
And remember, you can watch our news anytime, anywhere at WCBSTV.com. Thanks so much for watching. For Katie, John, Megan, Reggie, Jay, McGee, as well, the entire CBS 2 News team, I'm Maurice Dubois.
I'm Kate Sullivan. You have a great day. Early show straight ahead.
CBS 2 HD goes all digital on February 18, 2009. Viewers with antennas may lose their signal. For more information, call 888-DTV-2009 or go to WCBSTV.com/digital.
Starting today, we must pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and begin again the work of remaking America.
After partying the night away at 10 balls, President Obama begins his first full day in the Oval Office with a massive to-do list and missing 3 important cabinet secretaries.
And I am absolutely convinced that we've got better days ahead.
With the worst inaugural day on record, Wall Street gives the president a cold shoulder. But can the new administration help calm jittery investors? Salmonella scare. The outbreak worsens, killing 6 people, sickening nearly 500.
It shouldn't have happened. It just shouldn't have happened.
Why are new contaminated products added every day? We'll tell you what you need to know to keep your family safe. And First Lady Fashions. We'll talk to one of the designers who outfitted Michelle Obama on her big day, early this Wednesday morning, January 21st, 2009.